Trying to share my live, y'all. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. Hey y'all, hey y'all. I just came on here and went live with no warning. I should go live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Did y'all miss me? I haven't posted in a minute. So I'm gonna have to get this video edited and out. I got 2 videos for y'all. And I have not posted neither one of them yet. Sorry. I've been busy. Life be lifing.
I know they all want my last name, but they belong to you. Yeah, way she made me feel, don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Pretty round.
All right, y'all. So I got to talk to y'all about something. Can y'all hear me? Before I get the yapping. Why am I doing weird stuff as if I'm looking at my phone camera or something? Like I'm not on live doing weird stuff. Anywho, what I have to tell y'all? Oof, y'all, it's so cold in here in the state here we at. Oh, it's so cold. So, life update. Yo, I'm too happy being doing weird stuff. I'm too excited. Oh, excuse me. What y'all doing? Where y'all at? Can y'all hear me? Y'all ain't nobody answer. Can y'all hear me before I start yapping? Y'all know I talk too much. Once I start talking, it's hard to shut me up. I'm just gonna talk anyway since y'all ignoring me. Anywho, um, let me post it on my live. Oh, here we go. Let me post in my community post to let y'all know I'm live first before I start talking. Why I keep doing weird stuff, y'all? Okay. Okay. So, anyways, y'all have so much to update y'all on and share with y'all, but a lot of it is not able to be revealed by God's way right now because God gives you times and moments where it's okay to reveal certain things, and then it's some things you got to hold off on revealing, and then there's some things that ain't supposed to be revealed at all. So I have so many like new testimonies that happened recently, and I hate that I cannot share them. Like the ones that I really want to share are ones that are life changing, that'll like change. It'll like, I'm sure, like grow. Um, it'll make people want to grow closer to God. The testimonies that I have, and then it's like the small ones are like they all test for me. Anything that God does for me or reveals to me, they're all huge to me, but they may not make people want to, give their life over to Christ like I did. So um, I just can't wait to be able to, like, even me just thinking about these testimonies that I have, it brings tears to my eyes, like right now, because God has been so amazing to me. Like, I just can't even fathom the life that I had without Him prior to now. Like, living a life without Him, I can never do ever again. Like, having Him as the head of my life has changed me and my life in so many ways possible. Everything I do through Him and for Him now. Before any decision I make, I pray. For anything, like wherever I go, I pray. Like I pray before I like literally I pray before making any decisions in my life now. I pray before talking to certain people or just all of these things. Like everything I do, God is ahead of it. So and I can't change that no more. Like that is something that will never change because I know how my life went for 30 years without him being the head of my life. Like I knew of him, but I didn't have a connection with him. But I knew how my life went prior, and I never want to go back to that life again. Like the life that I have with him ahead of my life hits different every single time. So with that, I just cannot wait till he gives me the okay to like release and just talk and just give all of these testimonies and just so many things that I just cannot wait to share. It's not even funny. And that's a lot of the reason that I haven't posted in a while because um, God was transforming me. He was doing things with me, um, changing the way I send messages and, talk to people, how I interact with people. He was doing a lot of the changing in that. And that's a lot of the reason why I stopped posting. And I haven't posted as much because I want to make sure that any message that I put out there, or anything that I'm saying generally, is from God. Like I want to make sure every message I put out is from what God is telling me it's okay to reveal, it's okay to say, it's okay to do. And I wanted to take a step back and reevaluate life, things, everything that's going on, everything that is happening. And I wanted to, you know, and I also wanted to, when I first started back posting, like October of last year, a lot of it came from a hurt place. A lot of the things that I posted and talked about came from a hurt place because God didn't heal me in that moment. So I'm not going to say that they were messages that was not needed to be put out, but they were messages that came from a hurt place, which is okay. People are, people have feelings. Everybody is human. You're not a robot. So you feel things. You want to act on what you feel or say what you feel. And in that case, I don't, and I honestly don't regret anything that I said because I spoke from a general perspective. I never put nothing out there about nobody or nothing that was going on. It was just generally, hey y'all, there my people go. Hey Jonathan, hey Jessica. Um, I never put messages out there that I feel was contradicting to me. I'll just say the messages that I did put out there came from an unhealed place. And it wasn't until like late December when God started making me accountable for my actions and the things that I was doing. Because a lot of the time, when you're going through situations and you only can think about what a person did to you and how people hurt you. That's what everybody tends to do. We don't tend to pay attention to how and we may know that we hurt a person, and it could be out of retaliation. It can be out of somebody hurting you and then you giving them the energy they gave you. Not saying it wasn't warranted for them, but at the same time, God is supposed to fight your battles. Vengeance is the Lord, not yours. And so, like I said, when certain things was happening and God started to change my heart, He made me accountable for my actions. And regardless if they was out of a reaction, it's still nevertheless I did it or I said it and I shouldn't have done it and I shouldn't have said it. So it wasn't until the end where God started making me accountable where I was just like, dang, I didn't even realize that. And it's like because I'm reading the Bible every day, my Bible is always near me. Um, I'm learning that I'm learning so much, y'all. It's not even funny. But the first thing is God wants you to remain blameless. Like it doesn't matter what a person says to you or does to you or whatever, you are to remain blameless. And what that means is you are not to give the same energy that someone else gives you. You are not to retaliate in the way that how a person treats you. Let them be the let them receive whatever they're going to receive for how they treat you because vengeance is not yours, it's the Lord's. You don't have to fight your battles. And hear me clearly, let me tell y'all something. And this is before God changed my heart. I could not, like, y'all remember when people first started, I'm doing good, hey Cree. Do y'all remember when people first started calling people Karens and stuff? I used to always say, I cannot wait to run into me a Karen. I cannot wait. I'm just waiting on the Karen to come see me because that I was doing all of that. And I really got my first Karen moment. Now, it was before God changed my heart, but it was after I started reading the Bible. And I know that you ain't supposed to fight your own battles. I mean, I kind of knew that. But it was one of the moments where she really did try me, and I told her, like, you need me to pray for you because who you talking to? Like, what? And the situation was so small. We were sitting outside my daughter's school. Everybody, this is when the school first started. This is back in September. School first started, and this is a new school, so I don't really know. How are you, Cree? I don't really know the process of picking up yet. I don't know none of these things. And so I parks in front of her, and it's granted it is a fire hydrant right there, but I'm not like super duper close up on the fire hydrant, and I'm sitting in my car. It's not like I'm like just parking my car and I'm going to get out. She's all, and I've noticed, and since this incident in September, she's always there. She's always the very first car. So I see that bothered her because she's always the very first car. Thank you, Jessica. And so she gets out the car and starts trying to flap, 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 flap at me. And I was just like, okay, what are you upset for? She like, because something. I'm like, okay, we all here to do the same thing, which is pick up our children. And I don't get you parked by the fire. I said, okay. And like, what's wrong with you? She was just so upset. And I'm like, you need me to pray for you or something? The lady, get away from my car because what are you like? Why are you all up like and the old me would have had her handed on a platter, okay? So, like I said, when it comes to um just how you handle things and understanding that you don't have to fight one single battle on this earth. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? You don't have to fight one single battle on this earth. God is fighting your battles, every battle from big to small. Y'all know it is so hard for me to try and teach my daughter, if somebody hit you, you don't hit them back. I mean, I used to teach her hit them back. I even tell her hit her sister back. You ain't supposed to do that. I'm learning that you ain't even supposed to do that. It is so hard to understand because we be wanting, the thing is, in our minds, we be wanting people to get God right then and there. We be wanting people to feel what they made us feel right then and there. We be wanting to give people what they give us right then and there. And you have to understand that in due time, people karma will come. Like when people do wrong to people, when you do bad things to people, when you treat people unfairly, unruly, bad, when you do those things, karma is going to come to you by way of something or somebody. And it may not, it don't have to be you. And that's another thing. Like, understand that your blessings don't come from the exact people that you bless. It's going to come from other people, the Lord. Your blessings don't come from people that you bless. You be nice, you be kind, you do nice things for people, and you don't expect nothing in return. But you're still going to get something in return because God sees it. He sees what you do for people. He sees how you treat people. He sees how you are with people. So I'm just learning so much. And I will say, like, when you start following the Lord and you give your life over to God, it don't get easy. It don't get easy. It get hard. It get real hard. It get like really, really hard trying to be. And it's only because we're so in control of our lives. When you in your free will, you're so in control of your own life and you're so used to doing what you want to do and how you want to do it that you don't know how to give up that control and understand that God is going to take care of everything for you. When I tell y'all the hurt I used to feel, the how do I say this? The fear that I used to have when I would do things or think of things, or I used to be just so fearful of things, and now it's like nothing bothers me anymore. Like if I do get bothered by something, I immediately pray it away and it's gone within seconds. And it is just crazy. And it's so crazy how God seeks out you, like seeks people out. He seeked me out. He came looking for me. I mean, he had always had his hand on me. But in this last time where I experienced like real, real big situations in this last year, he seeked me out and he isolated me from the world. Like he isolated me from everybody to whereas I had to just depend on him. And that's what he wanted me to understand. And all I ever needed was him. I didn't need to look for happiness in people or happiness in things and just a bunch of stuff. Like all you need is the Lord. All you need is the Lord. And it's so crazy, man, because all you need is the Lord. So I live off so much happiness now. Like I'm just always happy. Like I've always been a happy person. Like I've always been a very positive person. I've always been like a person who speaks first. You don't even have to speak. And even if you don't speak back, I might be like, I might say it again, like hello, or just make it know. I want to make it known that I know you ignored me, this type of thing. But I've always been a happy person. But now it's just like I want to just give and I just want to do so much for the world, people around me. I don't know what it is. Today I'm in the freaking line. A lady is in her scooter and I didn't realize that she was I didn't realize her at first because my daughter was, she's sick today. So I was tending to her. And then I did realize, and I'm like, would you like for me to help you get your stuff out the cart? But her stuff was already, she had like a few items left. But I'm just saying to say, like, I just want want to help everybody. I just want to do for everybody. I just want to be so nice. Like I love the feeling inside of me now. It's just that's who God is. That's who Jesus Christ was. Like, did y'all hear Jesus Christ like looking for something in return when he was blessing people and doing things and just being this good man that he was? No. And he still got crucified for, being a good person, like a good person. So I just wanted to kind of tell y'all that, leave y'all with that message. Like, understand that um, being a good, nice person will always win in the end. Like being an evil, mean spirited, negative person, it won't get you nowhere in life and it won't get you nowhere with the Lord because the Lord is forgiveness. He is love. He is positivity. He is all that is what he wanted the world to be. When he created this world, he wanted all good people, all good thoughts, all good things. And obviously, we don't have that, but you still can be that in a world of so much cruelty. You still can shine. You still can be the good person that He's created you to be. Amen. God is love. Exactly. God is love. Like, look up love. Love is just one of the hugest acronyms there is. Like, how do you not want to be good to people? How do you not want to love people? How do you not want, and then you even supposed to love your enemies or, the people who are not, I don't know, y'all. Just, I just scream happiness now. That's all I can say. And I love that I'm healed. Last year was crazy for me. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I went through a lot of things and I honestly didn't think, um, I couldn't, if God showed me, I'm about to cry. If God showed me the future He had for me last year, I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have believed it because Him healing me from past trauma, like from everything that I've ever experienced, Him healing me from that is something that I never thought that I could get over. The things I experienced are things that I never thought I could get over, get past, forgive, um, just everything. It's everything. And I say that because I held on to these things for 30 years. 30 years. So, all of the things that I experienced in 30 years, I had them tucked inside of me for 30 years. And I'm walking around today as a whole new healed woman, as a whole new woman. I don't even fathom having a feeling behind things that I experienced. Like, and and one thing that I did was hold grudges real bad. When I tell you there's nobody on this earth that can hold a grudge longer than me, I'm telling you, I could have won Guinness Book of World Records for the longest grudge holder in the world. And to know that God removed that spirit of grudge holding from me, I can't believe it. Do you hear me? Like, I can't even believe that I'm able to not hold people to what they did to me anymore, or not forgive people for hurting me. God forgives us every day for sins. Every day, every day, every day. He forgives us. He forgave us for killing his only son. He died for our sins. And you mean to tell me we walk around and we can't forgive people for the small things that they did to us? Because nobody's situation would ever amount to what Jesus experienced, okay? Or what God had to experience from his son, seeing his son die on a cross. And we're sitting here walking around with all this hate and unforgiveness in our heart for people. even thinking about it. Like, I just can't. Like, come on. I'm telling you, it's the most amazing feeling to be right up under God, to be in the presence of the Lord. Y'all, when he started healing me back back in, like I said, he started look right here. He started healing me December, late December is when he started to make me accountable for things and start to heal me. And y'all, he was speaking to me a lot. Like I was like I would pray about something and get the answer immediately, right? So let me give y'all how when God comes to you. So what he does first is what God did to me first. First thing was he seeked me out back in May of last year. He told me, don't fight this battle. This battle is not yours to fight. Just chill, sit back and be quiet. That's what he basically told me in so many words. And so I did. As time went on, um, he started stripping everything away from me. From when I say everything, everything. He stripped everything away from me. And that's what he does. He strips you, he breaks you down to your bare bones. So where you're at the point where it's all you have is him to depend on. Okay. He wants you that way purposely because he wants you to understand all you ever needed was him. You never needed a person to make you feel whole. Your mother, your father, your children, your spouse, those people cannot make you feel whole like the Lord can. Okay. Okay. Because people go through, understand, just like you go through stuff, people go through stuff. You're not the only one going through something. Everybody has a story, everybody has a situation, and everybody goes through things. So you're not alone. So understanding that because you're going through something right now, you can't expect for your mother, your father, your spouse, your children, for them to be there for you in a way to make you feel whole in that moment. So rock with me. He strips you of everything because he wants you to understand. And when he strips you of people too. That it be the time where you be like, you really needing somebody and you looking at it like, where is like I was there for you when X, Y, and Z. Why you ain't here for me? Don't hold it to him because it ain't them, it's God. Okay. Let's talk there. God is stripping you of everybody, stripping you of everything. So that's what he did. He stripped me of everybody and everything. Just started taking everything from me left and right. And then guess what I did? Literally, my grandma said, "What do you want for your birthday this year?" And this my grandma don't ever ask me what I want for my birthday. She never asks me. You welcome, Jessica. My grandma don't ever ask me for what I want for my birthday because she's older. She's 91, about to be 92. She don't give gifts. And she's like, "Hey, what you want for your birthday?" Randomly. And I'm like, "I want a Bible, Grandma. I want a Bible." She was like, "You ain't never asked for nothing better." And so let me give y'all the breakdown on her before I continue. My grandma is 91. She's literally one of God's angels on earth. You cannot talk to her without saying praise the Lord. And anything she talks to you about, God is in it. She's not having a conversation with you without the Lord being in the middle of it. So I wanted a Bible from her, and I seen them on Amazon where you can put your picture on there. So I wanted a Bible from her, and I wanted her to sign it because I'm going to pass this Bible down. I want this to be a lifelong generation. So I'm going to pass it down to my kids, and I want them to pass it down to their kids, and I'm going to state how important. Hi, Anna. I'm going to state how important this Bible is to the family. So with that, this is the Bible. This is me and my granny on the front. And you see Kayla, grandma, and then I had her sign it in the inside with her signature. So it's a little blurry. Okay, there we go. Sign it with her signature. So again, I'll have it forever. And I actually just bought me a new Bible because I want to preserve this one. I don't want it to get messed up. So I haven't been using it. I use it when I'm home, but I'm not taking it out the house no more. So, anyways, she asked me what I want. I want the Bible. She got me the Bible. Thank you, Anna. And so I was like, okay, let me start reading the Bible. And within the very first chapter, it caught my attention. And I'm like, oh, Bible is good. Bible is light. I like Bible. So I started getting closer like that, right? But I still felt how I felt. Like I said, he didn't change my heart. He didn't change anything about me yet. It was just me knowing who he was. And in this time, Thank you so much, Jessica. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. Um, in this time, I'm just growing my relationship with him. I'm no, not even growing my relationship with him. I'm learning about him because this is what that's how he do you. He wants you to learn about him first before you start to like really start building a relationship with him. He wants you to know who he is and who he's always been. So it's like, okay, I'm learning about the Lord now. Okay, I'm learning. And then as time go on, I started to things started happening, bad things started to happen, and it was like because I was holding on, I wouldn't let go of certain things. And again, whenever God reveals it that it's okay to share, I cannot wait to share it with y'all. I'm about to be in tears right now because I just love telling my testimony, and I haven't even been able to tell my testimony, but I cannot wait. Y'all don't even understand. It burns me so bad how bad I want to tell y'all my testimony. But anyways, things started happening. And because we all love to be in control of our life and we don't understand that God made the plan, God has our plan already. God already has your plan of life. He already knows where you're going to be, where you're going to go, how you're going to get there, what you're going to do, what you're going to be in life, how you're going to be it. He already knows that. So in life, we're thinking that we had to make plans on our life and we got to do. You don't do that. That's not what God was. That's not how God designed and created this world to be for you to have a plan. He has the plan. He is the plan. So you like right now, y'all be like, "What's your 5 year goals?" Yeah, you can have a goal, but that don't mean that's how it's gonna. You ain't gonna get to that goal, or that's the goal God has for you because He got something else for you. Woo! Anyways, I'm telling you, I had to learn that myself. So, um, dang, I got off my dang on main source of subject that I was talking about. But I started, so yeah, I wanted to have control over things through the trials, tribulations. God sees. Okay, exactly. I wanted to have control over things. So certain things I didn't want to let go of. And honestly, these are the things that I didn't want to let go of are rightfully so. Rightfully so. These are things that you wouldn't want to let go of. And so it was like, I God hadn't been talking to me yet. But he would be like, I would feel the urge to let go of it and stop trying to have control over it. And it was hurting me more to have the control than it did for me to let go of it. Mm, thank you, Jesus. So that started happening more and more. So it was where he kept like, okay, I got you right here. Let it go. All right, I'm gonna let it go. Then it'll be something else. Like, I got you right here. Let it go. I got this. Just trust me. Stay the course. Stay focused on me. I'm going to have all of this. I'm going to take care of all of this. I'm going to make sure all of this is good. Just stay the course and focus on me. I'm like, all right, God, that's what you want me to do. I'm going to do it. So I started stripping myself of the things that I couldn't let go of and I didn't want to let lose, didn't want to remove control over. I wanted to, wanted to have the control. And so again, still, God didn't change my heart yet. This before He changed my heart. It's a whole process. It's a very long pruning process that you go through when you give your life over to Christ. And I'm telling y'all, it it was harder because I was comfortable with everything. Once you get comfortable, it's hard to let go of certain things. That is what was hard. Learning a new way of life, learning a new way of thinking, learning a new way of moving in life. That is what's hard. So it's not really hard to follow God and to give your life over to God. It's hard to break your old habits, to stop doing the things that you used to do. I was a sailor. Every word that came out of my mouth was a cussing word. Okay. Two or three of them in a sentence. I don't cuss no more at all. Like, I've slipped up every now and again, but to go from a sailor to not cussing at all, tell me that ain't the Lord. I always felt like I was in certain positions God didn't want to be in. Something would happen, I would ask, why me, instead of asking, how can I be in a different direction? Okay, never get too comfortable. Okay, and I was very comfortable with my life prior to God seeking me. I was very comfortable. And I'm not, and I like what I mean by comfortable. It was things, a lot of it wasn't all good, is what I'm trying to say. But it was like I was like, this is just my life. It is what it is. I'm not. I can't change it. In my mind, I'm like, I can't change nothing. This is just what it's gonna be. Boy, was I wrong. So like I said, God is a pruning. He prunes you. He's changing things as time go on. And so, like I said, he's stripping me. Now I'm stripping. Now I'm like, okay, you want me naked and afraid, not afraid. Okay, it is what it is. That's what we finna be. So as time went on, I kept stripping myself more and more and more of things. And it was just like, it came natural. It was to the point where if God wasn't telling me to do it, I didn't want to do it. If I didn't pray about it first and hear from the Lord, I'm washing my hands of it. Like, it is what it is. And then that's when one day, I remember the exact day too, but one day I was just like, he was like, I need you to apologize to some people. Oh, oh, like, you want to apologize to who? About what? For what? Because do you remember what they did? He like, yes, I know exactly what they did. I know exactly how they treated you. I know exactly what you went through. But you are to remain blameless. And you need to repent for your sins as well. You need to repent for the things that you did, whether it was out of retaliation or not. I need you to be accountable of the things that you did. Because remember, key, everybody is God's child, whether it is your mother, your child, your spouse, it don't matter. That's still God's child. So how you treat other people, you still gonna get in trouble for it, because that's still God's child. Even though you God's child, they are too. So you have to treat everybody the same way, with the same respect, no matter who they are. So as he's telling me this, I'm just like, okay. And let me tell y'all how I was not trying to be disobedient, but this is where I learned that God is not the author of confusion. Yes, I couldn't let Yes, I learned I couldn't change it myself and let it go. Yes, Father God will be okay. Wicked ways follow with bad habits. Exactly. Hey Claudia girl. Um, what was I about to say? Dang it. Dang it, y'all. Where was I just at? I was about to say how I learned something. Darn it. Darn it, 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 darn it. Do y'all remember what I had said last? Ah, let me just go back to where I was at, where I was talking about how he was proning me. There you go. Thank you, beauty. Okay, how I learned God is not the author of confusion. Thank you so much. Okay, this is how y'all know God is not the author of confusion. So immediately, if you're confused about something, you already know that's not the Lord's thinking. That is the devil thinking, right? And then we're gonna get into the devil too. I'm gonna tell you how he tried to play with me a couple times. But um, so when God told me to apologize, immediately I'm over praying this, like, wait, do you really want me to do this? Is this something you're really telling me to do? Like, I started overthinking it. And let me tell you, that is not something that I would have done. I would have never apologized. Like, I would have never did what God told me to do, which let me know that that wasn't me. That wasn't my thinking. That was what God had told me to do, because he ain't the author of confusion. Okay. So immediately when I was confused, like, you want me to apologize? I knew, because I was trying to. So I was also telling myself, like, I don't want to do something that God ain't telling me to do, because why am I doing this? That's big confusion, because again, that's not something that I would have done. So, excuse me. So that's how I'm learning, when you're confused about something, or when something, and what I mean is, like, how do I put that? But I mean, my example I gave is one of the best examples, but I was trying to give a more easier one. But when you're, because I would, a lot of this now, this space I'm talking about, this is when God started to talk to me. a lot. And when I tell y'all, when I say every day, and I'm expressing this because I got to tell y'all about as of recently, but this is when God was like really talking. So prior, God wasn't talking to me as much. So all of this time beforehand, it was just nuggets. Like I said, he was just pruning me and trying to make sure that I'm going to stay the course and, follow the Lord. So in this time, now I've proven to him that I'm going to be a faithful servant. I'm going to be, I'm going to follow what he want me to do, and I'm going to go the ways that he want me to go. Now he's like, okay, now I can speak to you. Now I can give you little things that I need you to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get where I'm going with that? Because it takes time for God to really get in your sit at your bed with you. Like, it takes time for him to actually be there, because he got to make sure that you are going to be faithful to him. It's a lot of lukewarm Christians, and I'm learning that too. Like, the discernment I have over people and things now, and this is no judgment. It's just now I see where people's walk with God really is versus where I'm at with him. And everybody has their own walk. I'm nowhere near judging, but I see where I used to be, and I see where people are now. And I just look and be like, oh yeah, they really ain't there yet. They don't even know what God is really capable of. Thank you, Jesus. So when he started to like really talk to me, it was like, y'all don't know. I'm gonna cry because I was so freaking happy. Like, I was just like, God is on my side. Like, he right here talking to me right now. Y'all don't understand how that made me feel. Like, it made me feel so good. And we gonna get through, because I gotta tell y'all about recently. So like I said, it was in those times where like I was overthinking, and I was um trying to over analyzing things, and just a bunch of things, because it's like, God, is this you or is it me? And now, again, conviction is real. I hate being convicted. I hate feeling convicted. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So I don't do nothing wrong. Like, woo wee, when I feel convicted, y'all, I be in this house crying for hours when I feel convicted, or when I feel like I did something wrong. You do not want to be on the other side of God's hands, okay? So I try to do everything right. So, anyways, um, boom, he tells me to apologize. So I do it. I do exactly what he told me to do. And afterwards, I did a little extra. I did something else, and I got convicted. And like I said, conviction ain't fun, and it don't feel good. I do everything I can to do right. I try not to do no wrong. Okay, no wrong. Do you hear me? I try to do no wrong if I can help it. Cause the feeling when he punishes his children, it don't feel good. It don't feel good. And this is another thing. I want y'all to go back and watch. Lately, I've been watching, because I can't watch the same shows that I used to watch. Like, I don't, a lot of things that I don't that I used to do, or that how I used to be, I don't feel the urge to do, or I don't like, it's just different now. So I don't really watch the same shows. I went back and watched all old Medea movies and all the old Medea plays. And I see them so differently now. Because one thing Medea gonna do is talk about the Lord. And this is a lot of stuff that I learned recently. And I'm looking like, wow, why didn't I pay attention to that 30 years, 20 years ago when I watched this? Why didn't I pay attention to that? But I've been watching all the old plays. Them plays was good. And I'm like, oh, this is good. So if y'all ever get a chance, I'm watching it on Amazon Prime. I had to pay a little extra to watch it, like $5 a month, whatever. Go back and watch them. If you follow the Lord and you see something, Anywho, so let me get back to on the timeline I was on. So like I said, I apologize. Boom. So I want to get y'all to understand where God has me at now. Okay? Because this this is this is the process. This is the process of the Lord. And he ain't speaking to me. He ain't talking to me. God ain't talking to me. And I'm gonna read y'all comments before I get into it. I'm so happy I can lift your spirits, Brittany. Thank you, Cree Cree. I'm glad you're loving it. As is. Okay, like yes, like when you get older and you watch stuff and you learn new things or just different stuff, it hit different. So I'm loving watching these plays. I don't watch TV. I have one TV in my house. I have one TV because I'm not a TV person, never have been, and it's in the living room. Y'all, I had my iPad watching the Medea play in the bed last night. That's how you know I was feeling it. So yeah. So, anyways, back to the timeline. The Lord is not speaking to me right now. Let me tell y'all why. This is the process of the Lord. Like I said, He prunes you, He makes you accountable, He makes you understand all you need is Him. And then He takes you to a space where you need to wait. So I want to make this I want to make it to where y'all understand. God showed me something in my future. Okay. He showed me something in my future, you know, not too long ago. And He has me in the space where like you know how like I said he was just talking to me and I was so used to him speaking to me every day, y'all. Every day he spoke to me in this one number. I got a number that I would always see, and it would be a confirmation from God. And God always changes his ways. He always changes how he speaks to you too. So that's another thing. I haven't seen that number with a confirmation behind it in a month almost. Okay. And prior, I was seeing it practically daily, okay, of his confirmations. Um, I would pray about something and he would immediately reveal it to me. I wouldn't pray for something. I would pray about something and he would immediately reveal it to me. Like, okay, this is what I need you to do, or this is what's about to happen. So that, none of that, y'all, none of those things. But he do still. Let me get into it because I'm trying to make it to where y'all understanding what I'm saying right now. I want to make sure y'all understand it because I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't. Like I said, I can't give y'all everything right now because he has not revealed. He has not said that I can reveal this yet. But I also want y'all to kind of understand the way God works and how He moves, so that your journey and you may be in the same space that I'm in, and you know how to navigate through it. So I hope y'all understanding me right now. So he showed me something in the future, right? And remember how I said God has to make sure that you are going to be faithful to him, that you are going to stay at his feet. You are going to, continue to seek out him and not people, not man, just, following the Lord. The enemy, which is the devil, will come in and try to make you waver on what God promised you. God cannot be made a liar. He is not the author of confusion. And what he says is valid. And that's what goes. Period. God does not change his mind. Whatever he told you is what it's going to be. Let me turn the light on, y'all, because it's a little fuzzy. Ugh. That's better. I look so much better. Look like I was fuzzy. Whatever God told you or showed you in your future is what it's going to be. No matter who tries to come in and stir the pot, make you forget what he said, nothing, right? So this is the space that God has me in, right? This is the space right here. Trusting his process. Even though it does not look like what God told me. My future, God told me my future, right? He told me, I'm telling y'all, he told me, right? He told me my future. He also told me my calling in life. I don't see it. And this is me talking about today, right now, at this very moment. I don't see what God promised me. When I look at my life at this very moment today, I do not see what God promised me at all. Not in the near future at all. That is the process, though. What God promised you is always going to be there. See, when we're living in our free will, before I got into this situation where I'm trusting God and giving my life over to Him, you don't see your future. He ain't gonna show you your future because you ain't following him. You in your own free will. You doing what you want to do in life. You moving how you want to move. So of course he ain't showed you what your future is. But when you start giving your life over to him and you start following him, he'll give you little hints. He'll give you little visions and downloads of your life and where it's about to go and how you about to get there. Not even how, sorry, he won't show you how you about to get there because he wants you to trust him on how you're gonna get there. But he shows you what's at the end. He's like, okay, this is this is this is where your life is at right here. This is what's about to happen in your life. But the only way you gonna get here is by trusting me. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not unto thy own understanding, and always acknowledge him and he shall direct thy path. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Okay. Trusting in the Lord, not yourself, not you trying to plan how you gonna get there. And here's the thing. You are to do nothing. You are to do nothing but sit there and wait. You are to do nothing. You are to not make any sudden moves. You are to not make any plans. You are to do anything decision you make, you need to pray about it first and make sure that it's well within God's will for your life. And so that is the space that he has me in. When I say that because he's not speaking to me. He's not telling me, okay, put your hands off of this. Remember how I said prior when I had wanted to have control over things, he would try and tell me like, let it go. I got it, right? Because this was him pruning me and, doing what he had to do with me. So I had to, he had to be with me in that moment because I had no direction. He was still molding me and changing me in that moment. So he had to be with me. It is now where he trusts me. He's like, okay, you have been good to me. You have done what I told you to do. Now we wait. And it's like, for me, I'm okay with waiting. But my biggest thing I don't want to be out of alignment. I always want to make sure I'm still in alignment with the Lord with everything that I'm doing because I don't like feeling convicted. I've told y'all it just don't feel good and it hurt real bad. So, like I said, it's in a space now where it's like God ain't gonna speak to you every day no more because you did the hard parts. You done what you were supposed to do. He trusted you. You good now, and now you just gotta wait and keep trusting me. Now I have to see. Now you on to a new test because he's always giving you tests. And the new test is trusting me right where you at. Trust that what I told you is gonna happen, but what I'm gonna do for you in your life, you got to sit there and trust that even when it don't look like it, even when it don't look like what I told you, because I just sat here and told y'all right now what God promised me, I don't see it at all. Not even it looks totally opposite. My life right now looks totally opposite from what God promised me. Totally opposite. Totally freaking opposite. But does that make me say, oh, I want to go and plan out? I need to figure this out. I need to figure. No, no, no. Because guess what? If I try to go ahead of the Lord or try to go do something and that ain't what God told me to do, I'm going to be hurt in the process. I learned that. Like every time I would try to kind of move ahead or try to put my hands in it, whereas God already told me what it's going to be, anytime I try to put my hands in it, he smacks the crap out. What I tell you? Didn't I tell you go sit down somewhere? And I just be like, Lord, I just thought, like, no, I ain't told you to do nothing. I told you to trust me right where you at. And that's what you need to be doing. Let me give y'all something else. I told y'all this if y'all be watching the vlogs. I did a video on how I got convicted of psychics, like how God rid me of psychics. And let me just give y'all like when I tell you a psychic was in my back pocket, I even thought I was a psychic. Okay, that's how bad I believe in psychics. And if you believe in psychics, I'm about to give y'all on how it helped me get rid of psychics because it was a lot that I heard. I heard a lot of, different negative things about psychics, but it never changed me and how I believed in them because psychics are not okay. Not all psychics are bad. Number one, they do have gifts. but they're using them in the wrong way. Okay? That's the problem. It ain't really about a psychic. They're using them for the wrong things. Pro- a lot of them could be prophets, not psychics. So let me just tell you how I got rid of them. When it came to zodiac signs, I was a diehard Cancer. Do you hear me? Anytime, man, I refer everything back to the zodiac sign. I wouldn't talk to a person because of their zodiac sign. Everything stemmed around zodiacs and psychics. When it came to a psychic, I would call them for any major decision that I needed to make. Prime example, moving out here, just a lot of different things. Just a lot of different things I would call a psychic for, right? So God just rid me of psychics about 2 months ago. I say it's been a good 2 months now. And I'm gonna tell y'all what happened, what rid me of them. I did talk about it in the video, but I don't know if everybody watched it. But so I would hear different things. I heard people say, oh, it's demons. They followed you around your whole life, and that's how they know, and da da da. Because I don't want to be, Lord, I pray that I'm not. Lord, I want to I want to be very respectful of how I say this. There is no way a person can talk to your dead family member and have some of the information that they have. Okay? Prophets are able to give you people, they're dream interpreters. That these are God's people I'm talking about. They're dream interpreters, they're prophets that can, see your future and reveal things to you. So what I'm trying to say is they use their gift in the wrong way, if I'm being honest. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say it in the best way possible without trying to make a psychic above what God has created or what God is doing. If y'all get what I'm trying to say. So, anyways, back to how I got rid of them. This one girl, her video, she basically said, and this killed it all for me. I was done after that. She basically said, understanding God is faith, trust, letting God lead you, not you knowing. Psychics tell you exactly. You don't have to have faith and trust in the psychic. They about to tell you exactly where you're headed. They about to tell you exactly where you're going or what's about to happen. That is not the way of God. He wants you to have faith in him and understand that he's going to get you to where he had what he has for you in life. He's going to take you down the right path. Trusting in him. So how can you say you believe in God, but you call him a psychic for guidance? Your guidance is the Lord. Your guidance is God. Having faith in God and that he will not leave nor forsake you, or he will not lead you to any danger, no harm or danger. That is what helped me rid of psychics. You couldn't tell me about no demons. It was nothing you could say to make me believe that a psychic wasn't a psychic. It was understanding God's process, his process, his process, the way that he wants you to move in life by trusting in him. That is it. That is the gist of it. I don't know everything. I'm going off of what helped me. So don't take my word for it. Y'all pray about it and y'all send it back to God. But what I'm telling y'all is that was the only way that I was able to understand it is by knowing God wants you to depend on him. He don't want you to know where your future is. And like I said, God already told me my future. He will tell you. He will tell you your future. You just have to trust in him to get there. You just got to trust in him to get there. And that's what he wants. He wants y'all to, his main purpose, his main goal in life is understanding all you need is him. You don't need a psychic. You don't need people. You don't need materialistic things. You don't need nothing but him. When I pray, every day when I pray, I say, Lord, you can take everything away from me. As long as I have you, I'm okay. That's one of my prayers every single night because I want him to understand that I know now that nobody can make me whole. Nobody can provide for me what I need but him. Duh! Like, I don't know. It's just clinging in my own head, understanding the way of life. Like, I see life so differently now. Everything is spiritual for me. Nothing is of this world. Nothing is of this world. If something happened to me, I'm thinking of it in the spiritual realm. I'm thinking about, why did you do that, God? Like last night, the night before last, my daughter is a little sick, but she woke up 3 times that night. And I sure did go to spiritual. God, what message is you trying to send to me? Because why my daughter waking up 3 times and she never does that? Never. She'll wake up once, I put her back to bed, and she go back to bed. She ain't never woke up 3 times in one night. So what I'm saying is like once you start to understand is God's way or no way, because people be like, well, if God did, then why he give us free will? You people don't even realize, yeah, we got free will, but you ultimately gonna still end up doing it God's way. People don't even realize that. Like you think you got free will, like you do, but again, God has your plan already. He has where He wants you in the end, and this is how He does it. You have free will, but the way that you want to take your free will way is gonna cause you a lot of heart. You ever seen what people they do like a little board and they will say I'm sure they will say you and then the goal. And then they would do this like squiggly line all the way to the goal. And then they say you, the goal. But then God would be over here and it's a straight line. And then it's a squiggly line. And sometimes it's the opposite. But the point I'm trying to make is when you do it your way in the way that you think that it's going to get you to the promised land, you're going to experience a lot of heartaches. You're going to experience a lot of trials and tribulations. You're going to experience a lot of things that you could have avoided by just waiting on God and doing it His way. Literally. You're gonna lose out on so much more trying to do it your way versus doing it God's way. And I had to learn that myself, because once I gave it up and just was like, oh, I'm gonna let God lead me in the way that I should go, things got easier. I don't stress as much. Now, don't get me wrong. I still have moments. I still, have my hard times and different things like that. Because the reason why they're hard is because I'm being stripped of my old ways. That's the ways that I used to have, the ways that I wanted to go. And when it's being stripped of me and I have to just depend on God, it's a little hard because it's like, all right, God, I don't know. I'm used to doing it like this, and you want me to do it like that. And it's kind of hard. But once I do get rid of it and get stripped of it, I learned that it's easier. It's so much easier for me to go by it that way, like literally, versus the hard way. The other way is so much harder than doing it God's way. So I hope you understand what I was trying to say, because I was trying to explain it in the best way possible. I want to understand more about the zodiac and why it's wrong. It seems so real. I did do some research on that. Thank you, Cree Cree. You better speak. Right. He wants us to get on him. I got the understanding of the psychics, but okay, so here's the best way I heard about it. Cause the psychics was first and then it was the astrology. That's honoring another God, basically. God, capital G, is our only God. He is the way, He is the light, He is the path. When you believe in zodiacs and other, because you know how zodiacs be like, for example, cancers are so emotional and they're this and they're that. You're believing in something that was not created by God. God did not create zodiac signs and different things like that. It was created by man or whomever. I don't really know. Don't quote me on that. But you're believing something over your life that God didn't put over your life. God didn't put that over your life. That's not what He didn't tell you that you were crybaby because you were Cancer. And it does. Don't get. I was a die-hard Cancer. Do you hear me? I was a die-hard Cancer. So you couldn't tell me nothing about a Cancer that I didn't already know. And every last thing I read about a Cancer was the most accuracy I've ever seen. Okay, except for when I start following God. Let me put that in there because I don't want to be convicted. But that's kind of how I looked at it. You're serving a lowercase g, something else that is not God. That's not what God created for you. That's not how He did it. That's not His plan. Planets and astrology and all of that. No, it's God. So that's kind of how I was able to um, look at it. Because, like I said, these things were something that was like deeply rooted in me. When I say deeply rooted, they was deeply rooted in me. So I sit back and sometimes I sit back. I literally sometimes I sit in silence for an hours. For hours. I did it yesterday. I was laying in the bed and I wasn't asleep. I didn't have my phone in my hand. I just sat there and think. And what I be thinking about is how much God changed me and how he changed me from the inside out. Whereas these you when you understand that you can't not do this on your own, you can't do it on your own. You literally need God in order to become a better person and change your ways and change things about you, because the things that he changed in me are things that I never thought I could change, especially my grudge holding. Like I told y'all, holding a grudge for me is so easy. And to know that I don't even have the capabilities of holding a grudge, no, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And it feels so freeing. Like when you learn that the spirit of pride, grudge holding, unforgiveness, when you learn that all of those things keeps you at a heavy heart, you will really want to release them, because the happiness and joy I feel now, not having those things deeply rooted in me, or having to walk on eggshells with different people who I do love and care about because I'm still holding on to something they did to me, you ain't gonna want to do it no more. Another thing is, y'all, I started a journal. I started a diary. I got a diary and a journal. And ever since God changed my heart, it was when God changed my heart when I started writing in it. I didn't. I started last year when I first started going through stuff when my mom passed, but I had stopped. And when God changed my heart, I had wanted to start jotting down everything and every revelation that I got, so that I could look back and be like, wow, God did do that. God did do that. And so literally, y'all, I've been writing in my journal and my diary, I mean, every single day, literally every single day. I have a whole thing. And then I got my journal, whereas I write my scriptures and stuff down, my favorite ones, or some that is like help happening in my life right now, whereas I need to refer back to it, or just even how to pray. Like I'm learning, because this is a new walk for me and this is a new journey that I'm on. I sometimes I don't know how to pray about certain things I need revelation on. So what I mean is, like, we all learning, like I said, but I be needing to know, what exactly do I say for God to know what I'm praying for in this moment. And let me just give y'all a little. This is a little small testimony. Like I said, I can only give y'all my small ones right now, and that sucks. But in due time. Um, the other day, I don't ask God for nothing. I don't ask Him for anything. In these last, excuse me, sorry, in these last couple of months where I really started giving my life over to Christ, I haven't asked for anything. If I can, like what I mean is, I don't ask for money. I don't ask for nothing materialistic. I ask for, like, give me guidance on this or give me guidance on that. And so the other day I was in my closet and I was like, dang, I need some more candles. I need some more of this. I need some more of that. And I was like, Lord, could you bless me with a little extra funds this month so I can get my wants? Like, I just want a couple things. So can you bless me with a little extra funds this month? The very next day, how did I get a little extra funds? And exactly what I prayed for, a little extra funds, enough to purchase the things that I had named off. Swear to God, swear. Ooh, I don't think I'm supposed to do. Swear, promise to God. Sorry, I don't know. I'm still trying to. I don't know if saying is bad or not. I used to hear our parents say not to say it, but I haven't. Um, I haven't. Um, what am I trying to say? I haven't did the research myself, basically, to see. But promise to God, y'all, the literal next day he gave it to me, and I was just like, wow. And the thing about it is, I don't even want to abuse that type of anointing. Like, I don't even want to abuse that. Like, knowing that I was able to pray about something and he gave it to me that, oh, I'm about to have tears in my eyes again. Knowing that I was able to pray about something and he gave it to me the very next day, it's like he always there. He Do I need to show y'all the proof that he gave it to me the very next day? Because it's just feeling like y'all ain't believing who God is. Because I'm trying to tell you, he is absolutely amazing. Woo! Because I was, and then it didn't even dawn on me that it was the Lord at first, and I had to repent because it was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I learned, as I went to bed that night, and I was praying and doing my prayers or whatever, and I was like, I prayed for this, and you sent it. And I don't like I said, I don't want to abuse that ability. I see people all the time like, Lord, can you pray? Hey, best friend. Um, I be like, I hear people be like, oh, Lord, I can't wait till you give me this financial blessing or you da 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 da. Well, y'all realize that God is so much more than that. He is so much more than a bank and a financial blesser. Okay. He could bless you in ways that'll change your life without financial being even a part of it. Okay. For real. For real. And like I said, I don't ask him for nothing like that. Like what I ask God for, what I pray for is guidance and things like that. Nothing ever materialistic or nothing ever money wise. I don't ever pray and say, Lord, can you give me some money? I don't ever pray about that. Not saying I'm not, but then when I did and how he blessed me with it that quick, God is so amazing, y'all. So amazing. It makes me want to cry all the time. Do y'all know I cry all the time now? I be literally in the car like this morning, crying, listening to gospel. That's another thing, y'all. And y'all can let me know too, because again, I'm learning just like everybody else. I learn stuff just like everybody else. And is it okay to listen to other music once you give your life over to Christ? And I mean, I don't mean like cussing and twerking. And I want to know that too. Is it okay to listen to that? Because when you like that type of stuff and you used to that type of stuff, it's kind of hard to steer away from it. But I'll say this: I have not listened to unless like I'm scrolling on the internet, scrolling on TikTok, Facebook, whatever, something like that. Then I'll hear it. But a lot of the times I pray over it and I'll like because sometimes I be wanting to see the video and not hear the sound. On TikTok, you can't turn the sound off without watching the video. What I'm trying to say is, so sometimes I'll pray about it and keep it pushing. But y'all, gospel has been the only thing I've listened to for the last 3 weeks. Prior, I'm a slow jams, R&B type of girly. I listen to that type of stuff. Now I don't get it twisted. I definitely like my ratchet songs. Like I like some Cash Doll, love me some Cardi B or whatever. But I have not indulged in it. And then a lot of it too is because I need to keep like I'm such a fresh walking with God Christian. I want to keep my spirits positive and just making sure I'm doing everything right, like just doing the right things. And then my kids are so young, and I'm so happy that I changed my life over before they got older, so whereas it's not hard for me to transition them into following God's way, because my kids love them the Lord. Okay, they love it. They love the gospel music that I be playing. We be jamming out to it in the mornings. So they love everything that's going on right now. But I don't know. I wonder, is it okay to listen? Because when my mom come over, my mom-in-law, not my mother, yeah, my mom passed. When my mom come over, she want to play her worldly music, and I let her because hospitality. But I try not to really even like indulge in it. If it's like some Mary J, Anita Baker, but then she'll come over here talking about play Cash Doll. Mom, why are we playing Cash Doll? Like, what do we need to play Cash Doll for? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, one thing is for certain, and two things for sure. I want to do everything right. I don't want to do nothing that is not of the Lord and not His way of living, because I don't feel good when I'm convicted. I don't feel good. It feels bad. So I want to do everything right in the eyesight of the Lord. Yeah. So yeah, that's all, y'all. I ain't really got much more to talk about. I just kind of wanted to give y'all a little update. I got two videos for y'all that I've been doing, and one of them is completely edited. I haven't put. I just got to put some music in some spots, and it's good to go. Another one I haven't edited at all yet, but I got plenty of footage of it. So I got y'all two videos. I just ain't did it. I do need to get back on my reels, but like I said, God was doing something with me, and I wanted to. Hey Tracy, hey, good to see your comment. You welcome, beauty, baby. Not even just the material. The comfortability of this sofa is absolutely amazing. Okay, let me tell y'all how much I paid for it. God is so good. Um, so this same sofa they have them at Ashley's furniture store. Let me give y'all the not the pros and the cons, but the differences between the sofa I got because I got mine off Amazon. The sofa I got and the same one on Ashley's. Now, first of all, is the price. Ashley's is like 1,200, something like that, like up in that area, over 1,000 for sure, and with tax and all of that. My couch was 700 and some change. Okay. Because I went to Ashley's. Well, I went to a furniture store and they told me it was made by Ashley. I went to like a couple of them and I was looking for this couch in particular, and they kept basically saying it was an Ashley couch. So yeah, like I said, in each store, like I said, was over 1,000, like 1,200. My couch was 700 off Amazon. Now, the things I will say is different. The couch, this one came out of a package, and you know how when you get your bed and you open it up and then it fluffs out. That's the same thing that happened with my couch. It fluffed out, so it does not have that. The armrest is not like a huge like support. You can't sit on the armrest and be comfortably sitting because it's like support. The bottom don't have no support. It sits on the floor, but Ashley's do. But honestly, like I said, it wasn't that big of a deal to me to get the one from Ashley. I just saved $500 by switching to Amazon. So so but it's so comfortable. Like I haven't even slept on it yet, but everybody that sits on it says it's comfortable. And I sit here in the same spot every single day, and it's completely comfortable. Let me show y'all how much space you get this couch because it literally turns into a bed. I don't know if y'all gonna see this really well, but I'll try to show y'all. These are moved, and then it gives you a whole nother section back here. So when you moved all of these, it turns into like a bed. What is this behind? Look at my daughter's bracelet. She broke. Why'd you leave it behind my couch? But anyways, and you so it's two pieces. This is another piece, and if you turn this like this, put them together, it turns into a literal bed. So it's so comfortable. Only thing I will say that I absolutely do not like about it is the stuff that gets stuck in between the prime example. Let me show y'all, see if y'all can see this. Can y'all see? Let me see. No, it's over here. So y'all see these little crumbs? They get stuck into the creases, and when you wipe them, they flop everywhere but where you want them to go. So like I try to flop them on the floor, they'll be flopping to the back of the couch. And but I learned what I normally do is I'll take a towel and I'll just swat it off down like that, and I'll just swat the whole couch until all the crumbs get out. But the crumbs get stuck into the little corduroy pieces. But other than that, that's probably the only thing that I hate. That's not even hate, sorry. That's probably the only thing that I dislike about the couch is the crumbs getting stuck into in the crevices. That is it. I don't care about the support thing. It's literally just me and my two daughters, so that ain't a big deal for me. I haven't. Nobody really ate on it. My mom-in-law did spill some freaking wine on it, but other than that, it hasn't gotten dirty. Oh, my daughter did throw up on it once, but y'all hear that? It was a really small amount of throw up. It wasn't that bad. But yeah, it hasn't gotten dirty. I use Febreze on it. I spray Febreze, the little fabric, whatever spray, when I clean it off and stuff. But other than that, oh, I've been looking for something that sits on the floor like that. Yeah, because you don't have to worry about stuff getting under the couch. And y'all know who wants to clean behind the couch? Nobody wants to clean behind the couch or under the couch. Amen. He is not the author of confusion. And I love that. That's how you know when you confused about something, you sitting there in your thoughts like, what? Hold on. Is this God or the devil? I didn't even tell y'all how the devil be playing with me, man. The devil is so jealous of me and God. So jealous. He's so jealous that he can't win no more with me. He know. And see, so now that I have this relationship with God, the devil tries to use things that he know will get to me. Prime example, like my kids. He'll use my kids in a way that he know will get to me. Cause who don't love their kids, who ain't gonna, feel some type of way about their kids or things like that. So he tried to use them. Cause once the devil know he can't get to you in the ways that he used to, he try to find ways that he know is gonna trigger you. That's what I'm trying to say. He try and find ways that he know is gonna be a trigger for you. And I'm learning his little sneaky devilish ways. Ooh, I can't stand the devil. I hate that man. No, I don't hate him. But I don't like him. I dislike the devil. But yeah, the devil, did y'all know that the devil cannot hear your thoughts, but he can put thoughts in your head? I learned that too. So he can't hear your thoughts. Like he can't hear what you're thinking, but he can put stuff in your head. So when I overthink, another thing is overthinking. That's probably the only thing that I have that uh not bother me, but that tries to, I don't know how to I don't know the word I'm trying to use, but that's the only thing I struggle with, overthinking. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the only thing now that, and I don't struggle. Let me not even use the word, like it's not a struggle because I know what to do, but that is the only thing that has not been completely removed from me yet. It's overthinking. 'Cause baby, overthinking. I will overthink everything. That's the thing. God is not the author of confusion. So again, if you're confused about something, you overthinking things. It ain't the Lord. It's the devil. It's the devil. But I really work on that a lot. So like, if I find myself sitting there overthinking something, I immediately pray like, Lord, take this out of my brain, or give me something else to think about. Again, here I go again, sweaty. I hope y'all enjoyed this live. Um, I don't know. Y'all got anything y'all want to talk about before I go, or any questions y'all want to ask before I go? I really got to get back to posting more so I can keep my engagement up. I hate when I fall off or step back, but it don't matter because whoever's supposed to be here gonna be here. God is gonna put them back where they need to be, and if they gone, that's because God wanted them gone. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. But y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about or ask me before I go? I'm about to turn on one of these Medea plays and eat something. I don't know what I want to eat yet. Oh, thank you, Cree Cree. I love when y'all make me feel good. Are y'all able to watch these Medea plays? Cause y'all should go watch them. They is been. I just last night I watched What's Done in the Dark, and they is so good. And I just love. Oh my god, man! When he get in this scripture mode, y'all know how Medea do, and they get to talking about God. Man, I'll be turning it up. Like, let me hear. I watched this one movie. I'm not gonna say what the movie is. It's a Medea movie, but I'm not gonna say. It's a reason why I can't say what it is. But y'all figure it out if y'all know the movie. If y'all figure it out, y'all figure it out. But I was watching it, and she was like, "Don't you know God is a jealous God? He don't want no other man before him." And I was like, "Wow, wow, wow, wow!" Because he is. Nobody comes before the Lord. He is first. And it's so funny to see how night and day the plays are versus the movies, because he used all of the same names, like the characters' names. Like in Why Did I Get Married? The play, it was a Troy, it was a Diana, and Sheila, and the other girl that took She the Man, all of the same names. I watched Diary of a Mad Black Woman. It was Helen. It's like he used all of the same names and a lot of the same characters. He used all of the same characters, but he did use some of them. But I don't know. He really. I can't. You see, I gotta give. I know people don't really care too much for Tyler Perry and his whatever he got going, but y'all gotta get a man his props. Gotta get a man, especially when he put the Lord in it. I don't care what nobody say. Once the Lord is in it, you gotta give his props. So as I'm watching all them Dia plays, y'all, I tried to turn on because the brothers was on here. I'm like, I never really seen the brothers old movie. I think 2000s. I turned it on, couldn't get into it. Like I said, I can't watch the same stuff that I used to watch. It just don't hit for me the same. Like I just need everything I watch got to be something pertaining to God. Like he got to be in there somewhere. He got to be in the midst of that. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I'm about to. It's not given. I can't find no other play. Okay, here we go. I found one. Did I see this one? All right, found me one. I hope y'all enjoy my live. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much, truly from my heart. You are all God's children, and I love all God's people. So I will see y'all when I upload this video. I'm about to upload. I'm gonna try and get a video uploaded. So good night. I hope you have an amazing night. Please don't forget to thank God for waking y'all up. Thank God for y'all's family and y'all children. Just make sure y'all always thanking him. Don't ask him for much. Try just thanking him and just ask him for guidance. Don't ask him for things or money or people, nothing. Just thank him. Just thank the man. Sometimes he deserves his glory and his grace and his honor. He needs to be reminded of that. So that's all. Good night.